computer. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to pull up my notes really fast. So for those of you guys who are on Taylor's team or Pumped Up Chicks that don't necessarily know who I am, I'm Michelle Einen. I'm one of the coaches that's under Taylor, under Brittany. And I heard Chantel Ray talk at our Super Saturday, our local Super Saturday event. And ever since then, I wanted her to do a talk for our team. I know that our timing is not always that great, being 9 o'clock at night. So we're going to record it for everybody who's not on tonight for them to be able to watch. But she is a local business owner. She owns Chantel Ray Real Estate. She's been known as a marketing genius. She had 181% growth over 3 years and was on the Inc. 5000. And I know with us talking about LuLaRoe and their growth, we've talked about the Inc. 5000 before, so I know that many of you guys know what that's all about. She is known for her excellent and consistent customer service and experience. 100% of the time, your company really focuses on putting the client's interest above their own. So I'm going to mute everybody. And then I'm going to find her really fast and unmute her, and then we're going to have her talk with us tonight. Okay, you should be unmuted, and you can go right on ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, you guys get to see me with no makeup on. I'm not wearing any makeup tonight. I just figured I would just go au naturel for you guys. But I wanted to just encourage you, you know, I noticed on my news feed, I saw quite a few like LuLaRoe people going out of business, and they were selling some of their stuff half off. And so I just wanted to kind of encourage you with a few things tonight. If you look on my screen, I was flying on an airplane, and I found a lady who was sitting next to me on a flight. And I said, so what do you like about, you know, LuLaRoe, and what don't you like? And she said, well, one of the things I don't like is that I don't get to choose my own inventory. And she said, you know, like, for example, I got these pants, these LuLaRoe leggings that had books all over them. And she was like, oh my gosh, these are terrible. I'm never going to sell these. And so I said to her, I said, well, why don't, you know, these would be perfect for a librarian. So why don't you put these on Facebook and target people, you know, in the back end, you can target people who are librarians and see if you can sell it that way. And she was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And she ended up selling a bunch. And I was thinking, you know, at first, when you look at some of these, like the ones on the donuts or the one that is, you know, with the hair dryer and all of that, it's like, we'll target that, you know, with the hair dryer to the salon people, target the one with the donut people, go to like Duck Donuts, and those are prime people who would want those, and that's easy for you to lead. But it's really just all about perspective. And you know, with the one with the books with the librarian, she thought that no one was going to buy them. And it ended up, she targeted it to librarians, and then she was trying to find as many as she could because she was trying to sell them. And so anyway, I wanted to give you 5 tips of what I think that how you can grow your business. And, you know, number 1 is to lead with generosity. This is my little boy, Kyle. And one time he had wanted some fries. And so I gave him fries in the back seat. And I had reached back and I said, can I have one of your fries? And he was like, no, they're my fries. And so I thought, you know, first of all, Kyle forgot that I was the source of all the fries. Like, if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for me, he would have no fries. And second of all, Kyle didn't realize that I could take all those fries in an instant away and say, you know, I'm not giving you any of my fries. Or I could give him a truckload of fries if I wanted to. And third, I didn't need his fries. I could have bought my own fries if I really wanted to. But I wanted to learn unselfishness, and I wanted him to learn how to share. And, you know, the Bible says that some people are always greedy for more, but the godly love to give. And so, you know, I just want to encourage you to find ways that you can give back to the community. Find ways that you can figure out ways that you can say, you know, you can do fundraisers or things like that can help your business, but they can also give to a good cause. This is my daughter, Shayla, right here. And one time, talking about generosity, she was eating a can of Pringles, and I said, "Can I have one?" And she's like, "No, they're my Pringles." I literally took the Pringles and I threw them away. And from now on, she's just like, "Oh, you can have whatever you want." You know, she doesn't, she never says, "Hey, you know, do you want some?" And I say, no. Like, she always lets me have some. But really, like, God wired a universal law in the universe that the more you give, the more you get. And so he did that so you'd be more like him. And everything we have is because of his generosity. So I just want to encourage you to really give. The second thing is to cultivate an abundance mentality. You know, when I first started in real estate, I really didn't have this abundance mentality. You know, today we live in a FOMO world, like a fear of missing out. And so, like, to keep up with everyone, we've like booked out our calendars and overcrowded our days, and, you know, people get overwhelmed. And so, you know, there's two ways to approach life, and that's with a shortage mentality or a surplus mentality. And there's a big difference. A shortage mindset means I never have enough, I never will, and it keeps you very overwhelmed. But, you know, have you ever thought like the person next to you was stealing your air? No, right? Because there's an unlimited amount of air. And so I just want to encourage you to have an abundance mindset. One of the ways that you can do that, I love this chart because it says, you know, like, a scarcity mindset is like, oh, there will never be enough, I need to compete to stay on top. And an abundance thinking is like, you know what? It doesn't matter how many LuLaRoe consultants we have. There's always going to have people who are going to want to buy. We want to collaborate to stay on top. We want to be generous with others. We want to share our knowledge. And so I just want to encourage you to have this, you know, abundance thinking. This next one that I want to encourage you is to make wise decisions. You know, a lot of people think, you know, when I got into business, like, I must have made a few big, great decisions. But the truth is that I made a couple hundred of smaller, faithful, behind the scenes, daily decisions to stay consistent, like, over time. And so this is my secret of how I make good decisions. So number one, I avoid either or scenarios. So, like, I could say, well, I'm either going to fire this person or I'm going to keep this person. Like, instead of that, I come up with different solutions of what I could do. Like for example, if you could say, well, in order to compete with everyone else, I either need to drop my prices or I need to, you know, do something else. But instead of avoiding either or scenarios, you want to just really try to come up with brainstorming things that you can do. So, like, for example, I had a guy that, like, I could have been like, you know, should I fire him or not? And so instead of saying, well, should I fire this guy or not? I said, well, let me think of all the options. You know, I could put him on probation with goals. I could move up his position. I could move him to part-time. I could put him in a training program. You know, you just start listing all of the different things that you could want to do. So one of the things I also do is I try to avoid decision fatigue, like the plague. This is going to sound silly, but I literally try to get rid of every decision, you know, that I possibly can that I don't have to make. Like, I don't want to have to try to make all these, you know, decisions. And so you want to empower other people to kind of help you make those decisions. One of my favorite stories is about a parole, these people who are on parole, and you had like a 70% chance of making parole early in the morning, but by the afternoon you only had a 10% chance of making parole. And why? It's because the 3 people that were on there, on the panel, by the time the afternoon came, they were like, I don't care what your reason is, you know, I have decision fatigue. The answer is no. So I just want to encourage you to try to let other people on your team do that. This is my closet right here. If you look at my closet, all I wear is black. So that's one of the decisions that I make, is that I have like 10 different suits and 10 different outfits. That's one less decision I have to make in the morning. I don't plan my meals or plan my food. I have somebody else who plans my food and plans my meals for me, because that's one less decision that I have to do. And number 4 is to just be intentional about your personal growth. I cannot stress this enough. The best advice that I could give you is that every day you should intentionally grow and never allow yourself to get to a state where you're not learning, growing, expanding, and getting better. You know, I have people all the time that basically think, oh, well, you know, I'm just getting older, I'm getting better, or, you know, I hope tomorrow's better, I hope next year is better. But the truth of the matter is every day you're either preparing or you're repairing. And so people ask me, they're like, well, how far can I grow? And how far can I go? And the question is, well, how far can you grow? And the way that you grow is by listening to leadership podcasts and listening to leadership books. You know, for you guys, you should be listening to marketing books or whatever you can do to try to grow. One of the things that we do for small businesses, and we're happy to do it for you. I'm going to share my screen right now. Hold on one second. I wonder if I can, if I want to change it to something else for them to see. Can you see this screen now that has this video or not?
I can still only see the how far can I go, how far can you grow slide.
Okay, so how do I switch it?
It really should be that we should be seeing whatever's on your desktop. So if you minimize it and then maximize the other piece. Kira, you're better.
Yeah, I did. I minimized it. So now do you see my next screen?
Hey, Michelle, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so what you've probably done is chosen to share a program rather than share your desktop.
Okay, so how do I do that?
Go back to the same way that you shared the slideshow.
Like to stop sharing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you should be able to go back where it said share screen before.
Okay, so I
there it is.
share.
Now you're full screen. Now go back to share like you were going to do, like you did the last time, and see if there's.
And then hit share desktop, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so do you guys see my screen?
Yep, we got you now.
So I'm going to show you this video that we did, and with this video we spent no money on it yet, but once we do.
And I am here today with Michelle Levante from How Sweet It Is Desserts by Michelle, and we're going to go through and show you the different selections that she has. They're awesome.
This is the first of 3 selections I'm going to show you today, Lisa. We have our cupcake bouquets in baskets, and they come in multiple sizes. Our prices are.
So as you can see, what this is called, this is a market update. And so one of the things that we do is we do something called a market update with people. If you go to chantelray.com / actually it's called a business highlight, sorry. But if you go to chantelray.com/business highlight, like we'll do a free business highlight on you. And so we just show some different examples of what a business highlight is. And if you guys want one, you can, fill out a form right here and we'll highlight your business. But this is something that you guys can do, like with your phone to, oh man, I just missed that last video because I wanted to show you that it had like, without us even boosting it, it had like 58 shares. 58 people shared that video for us. And it had like 3,200 views in the very first day that we had posted it. And so like, think about that free advertising that you're getting. And so what you could do is you could go in and highlight other businesses just with your iPhone. So you could just go in and be like, hi, my name's Amanda Schatz with LuLaRoe, and I'm here, and I've got, you could be like, I'm here with Susie Smith, and look, she's got a pair of, LuLaRoe leggings on. Aren't these cute? And hey, Susie Q, tell us about your business. So, you can make them fun and stuff like that. What you want to do is you want to pour into other businesses. So the first, one of the biggest pieces of advice, like I said, is you want to pour into yourself and constantly read on leadership and growth and how you can make yourself better. But then tip number 2 is you have to pour into other businesses. All of our conference rooms we allow anyone to use our conference rooms for free. At Chick-fil-A, the people at Chick-fil-A, they use our conference rooms for completely free. And they're buying and selling a house with us right now. But that's the kind of thing I'm talking about is you go, what can I do to pour back in to other people and into their businesses? And for you guys, really figuring that out on Facebook and doing Facebook, live kind of things is really going to be your key. And figuring out how you can, take, like I said, like with the librarian and who would really benefit from these different things that you have. So that's just my advice for you. It's 9 o'clock for me. And so I am normally very like upbeat and but this is as much energy as I can give you for 9 o'clock at night. Because honestly, I go to sleep at 9:30. So you guys get to see me with no makeup. My hair is a mess and my energy is the lowest it is. But hopefully you got something out of it and you can be encouraged today.
Cool. Thank you so much. You can take care of your kiddos or go to sleep or whatever, and I can wrap things up. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. So we've got like 17 of us on. So if there's anything that anybody needs to necessarily chat about, there's lots of us here who can answer any burning questions. So I know Taylor's on, and so her team Hustle and Row, and then my team were doing this webinar, putting this on tonight. We actually have another one next Monday in case anybody's wanting to join us. We're going to be having a guest coach come on, and she's going to be teaching us about flat lays. So I'm really excited about that because my flat lays are totally lacking, and I definitely need some help with those. So feel free to join us next Monday at the same time if you're not on our teams at 9 p.m. and you guys can hop on and learn about flat lays with us. It's going to be the exact same link as tonight. So does anybody have questions, concerns, anything anybody needs to chat about before we finish up for the night? Going. Gone. Taylor, do you have anything to say? Or she might be playing on Facebook and not paying attention to us.
Hey, sorry. No, I'm like getting in my car. No, I don't have anything to say.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for hopping on and have a wonderful night. See ya.